Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 7 of Whocember. For today's day, we are going to be reviewing Blood on Santa's Claw from Big Finish. This is now no longer a short trip, this is actually a full-on audio drama for Christmas. Isn't that nice? We get a full-on audio drama for Christmas. Although I don't think this was actually released during Christmas. I think this might have been released in like June or something. So ain't that weird? Anyway, let's get into it. So, Blood on Santa's Claw, as you can see, is the actual name is Blood on Santa's Claw and Other Stories, and it's meant for you to believe that this is an anthology. But that is not the case. I'm going to spoil that for you right now. This is not an anthology. This is an actual 4-parter. Everything is connected. And all the writers' names you see down there, they're all pseudonyms. This whole story is written by one writer, Nev Fountain, who he's written quite a bit for Big Finish as well. Mainly Sixth Doctor stuff from what I've seen. I can't say I'm too experienced in having listened to many Nev Fountain stuff. The only thing I've listened to of his before is The Kingmaker, which is a 5th Doctor audio. And that one's very kooky, wacky, all that type of stuff. And this story very much follows in that same vein. So, we kick off with the 6th Doctor, Perry, and Perry's boyfriend, Joe, landing in a mine. Now, you're probably wondering, well, are we going to get the backstory of that? We never actually do hear Perry and Joe meet. It kind of happens off camera, which I was confused about. But anyway, we're in the, I believe, 52nd century is what the doctor said, or the 25th, one of the two. And what's happened is in this century, there's multiple religions have spanned in Earth, and it's like everything is a religion. Shakespeare is a religion. If you're a fan of Shakespeare, he's got a religion. Elvis has got a religion. You know, everyone has a religion. Everything's a religion here. And there's these talking animals as well, like talking reindeer, talking mice, all that type of stuff. And pretty much the humans make the mice, the talking animals, their slaves, and they work in the mines, essentially. So pretty much this story is the 6th Doctor and Perry trying to stop and free the talking animals. This is the titular Blood on Santa's Claw, because Santa is kind of been warped, and they think he's like a hybrid kind of thing, that Santa has claws and he's like an alligator almost type creature. So Santa's been kind of perverted in a way. And we get to hear Colin Baker pretend to be Santa and Perry pretend to be his happy elf. It's awesome. I would say that this is actually the weakest of the 4 episodes. There is good moments, but I would definitely say out of the 4 episodes, this is definitely the weakest. The 2nd episode sees our trio head into the future, where they come across what is called designer babies. Essentially, they are robot androids that you can design to be the child you want. You know? Perry and Joe try this out, and Perry, you know, it's all meant for part of the plan, right? They're just supposed to try 1 or 2 scenarios out, and then that's it. But you know, Perry grows too attached. You know, these are her children, and things do, of course, go awry. How, I will not say. Again, this story also has a thing where stuff happens off camera and they just kind of reference it, which I wish they would stop doing. I wish we'd actually see events happen chronologically. But this story is way better, and this story leads in a bit. Every story leads into the next one, right? Every story counts. This is a 4-parter. But I feel like this one is more tied into the overall narrative. And then the next 2 parts, because the next 2 parts is one after the other, have our trio land on a Christmas party that seems to be going on forever. I believe they say the Christmas party's been going on for about 2 years. And they come to realize this isn't actually a Christmas party. The people here are prisoners, and this is a prison, just disguised as a party. And they have to get the Christmas party to end because the TARDIS has been taken by the robot, stewards are there. And they're like, you can come collect this when everyone leaves the party. But the party's not going to end. Well, that's not my problem, And what is revealed about the prisoners is very, very interesting. It's a very interesting twist. And something I did not mind. I quite enjoyed. I would definitely say these last two parts of they're the meat and potatoes. They're the ooey gooey bits of the story that tie everything together, and they are very, very good. Overall, I would say Blood on Santa's Claw is an enjoyable time. Again, it is very wacky and kooky, especially the first episode. The first episode is very, very wacky and silly. We get a bit more serious with the second episode, and then by the third and fourth episode, we're in proper Doctor Who territory. But, everyone's great. Sixth Doctor's great, of course, being his over pompous self. Perry is great, being the kind-hearted person we know, but don't take her kind-heartedness for naivety and stupidity. She can handle herself just fine. I love Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant, Sixth Doctor, and Perry. That's one of my favorite TARDIS teams, so getting to hear them is great. And written by Nev Fountain, who I believe is the husband of Nicola Bryant, which makes sense because he writes a lot of Sixth Doctor stuff. So he always writes Perry very well. Bit of bias there, but whatever. But overall, Blood on Santa's Claw, give it a good 8 out of 10. No, you know what? I'd say 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5, 8. 7.5, 8. Whatever that is. 7.5, 8. Out of 10. Not really Christmassy. It's more like the places they stop are, especially the last one, are Christmas background. Really. It's not really a Christmas story. What is something that is a Christmas story is what will be next for Whocember. So you have to tune in to find out. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you've listened to Blood on Santa's Claw, what do you think of it? And if you haven't, I do recommend giving it a shot. That's going to do it for this episode of Whocember, and I will see you all next time.